Hi, I'm Alice.
And I'm Brad. And if you're here to cringe about Korean stuff, then you're in the right place, because this is Meta K-Cringe.
Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about currently airing K-dramas. I am watching Mother and Hwayugi, also known as Korean Odyssey, and Brad is watching
Well,
Woohoo Waikiki.
I'm watching Woohoo Waikiki. Waikiki is so funny. It's actually like it's basically like a sitcom. Like that's how funny it is.
What does Waikiki stand for?
Oh, it's actually like hold on, let me Google this, because it's actually like like a tropical.
Oh, like an island or
Like
something?
it's in Hawaii. It's a Hawaii thing, and it's apparently a neighborhood in Honolulu, but it's
Oh,
also something.
what is it? Waiheke? Is that the one?
I don't know.
Because
Is it like
it
I
says
think it's pronounced
island in
Waikiki.
New Zealand.
No, it's like Hawaii.
Oh,
It's Waikiki.
I lied. No,
It's
Google
a
is real.
beachfront. It's a beachfront neighborhood of Honolulu.
Hmm.
So it's like there's like a beach there and stuff. Anyway, so they have their house, and it's kind of very loosely themed of like beach Hawaiian resort type of
So
thing.
is the show set in like Honolulu in
No, no, no,
Waikiki?
no. So they're like in Seoul, I think. Like they're not even like it makes no sense, but whatever. Like their house is like it's not even like that themed. Like there it's just like a guest house, like it's a hotel type of thing. But it's just like a house, and they just like rent out their rooms.
So I'm looking at the name of the Korean title of the show, and it's like Yula Cha Cha Waikiki. And like when I put
hmm
it in Google Translate, Yula Cha Cha translates to a sparkling car.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, there's no real Like, what do we call it? There's so many names in English translation. There's like Go Go Waikiki. There's like Welcome to Waikiki. There's like Woohoo Waikiki. But anyway, Waikiki is the important part. I just call it Waikiki.
Right. I guess it is the idea that the show's feel itself is like tropical.
Not really.
No?
Well,
Well,
it's like it has nothing to do basically.
oh, do they call the guest house Waikiki?
Yeah, they do in the show.
Oh, I see.
I don't know. It's really funny. Like, so it's basically like three guys. They live together
Uh-huh.
in this house, which I honestly have no idea how they can afford. But apparently they can't, so but I don't know how they could in the first place, so
So they own the house?
I don't know, they don't own like I thought they owned the house in the beginning, but they don't actually own the house, they like rent it.
Oh,
But like I don't even know how they managed to like start renting it in the first place.
are you saying
And
the rent would be really expensive?
yeah, for sure, it's like a huge house. And
Damn.
the more important thing is like they have so much stuff inside. Like actually like it's a pretty nicely decorated place. Like I honestly have no idea how they even afforded this like in the first place. Maybe it came like pre-furnished. That's what I'm thinking. Like maybe they just
Mm,
rented it like pre-furnished,
right.
and then they started like their own business to like rent it out a second time to people,
Mm-hmm.
and they take care of like accommodations and stuff.
I see.
But yeah, it doesn't really make too much sense. But this isn't like the type of drama to like think. It's basically like a pure sitcom. Like it's really funny. So these three guys, you have the main guy. He's kind of arrogant a little bit.
Oh,
Or is
which
arrogant the right?
what's his name?
I don't know his name. See, I don't know the actor's
Yo,
name.
you open like what Asian Wiki and then
Okay. So yeah, his name's Kang Donggu.
Kang Dong-gu.
Yeah,
Okay.
but not the actor's name. The actor's name is King Jong-hyun.
Oh, okay. Just use the character name.
Yeah. All right. So Donggu, he's I don't know. It's kind of annoying sometimes, but I like him. I mean, he's okay. But my favorite guy is like this other guy. His name's Junki,
Mm.
and he's hilarious. So he's like a struggling actor. He's trying to like he's basically like just mostly like extra or like really small roles,
Right.
and he's trying to be an actor, but he's just hilarious. And then there's a third guy who's like kind of just filler.
So these three guys live in the house. That's it.
Yeah. So like the first episode starts with like
Don't put.
they
Just describe the premise, I guess.
yeah, this is like the premise, like part of the premise. So basically like in the first episode, like in the very beginning, they find a baby in their house and no one else is in the house. So like they don't know what to do with the baby cuz like someone left it behind. So they have to like take care of the baby. So it's kind of funny.
Oh, I
Then
see.
the mom shows up and then some stuff happens and then it's basically like the premise is like you have these three guys and the main guy's sister also lives in the house,
Uh-huh.
and then the main guy also just broke up with his girlfriend,
Mm-hmm.
and then the baby with the mom also lives in the house now because she has like nowhere to go.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, I see.
so
So
that's
it's
pretty much
mostly
it.
like
So
comedy. You mentioned like it's really funny.
yeah, it's basically like a sitcom. Like it's just hilarious because there's like so many situations that like just get so exaggerated, but it's like it's funny. It's like not even trying too hard to be funny, although there are like poop jokes.
Mm-hmm.
Like actually quite a lot of poop
Actually,
jokes.
a lot.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's just funny.
Nice.
So it's pretty like it's super lightweight. It's just funny.
Nice. So it's like if you're watching like a heavy drama and like
Yeah,
you
for
want
sure.
something lighter to watch. Okay, maybe I should try this because like I am watching Mother and that's pretty heavy.
Yes.
Um, Next I guess I'm going to talk about the show I'm watching.
Yeah.
It's called Mother. It's actually a remake of a Japanese drama that won a lot of awards back in the day. I know the old one, the Japanese one, the small girl in the drama won like the best supporting actress, which is like something, I guess. So this show is about, well, it's like a more like emotional show. There's not much comedy. It's mostly like the relationship between a mother and a child. And
Damn.
it's like not just between one mother and one child. It's like I would say the total number of mother to child relationships in the show is like five. No, actually, hold on.
Wait, so is it one kid like five moms or
No, no, no,
like
no, it's not. It's like different. Like, say your mother has a mother, and like the relationship between your grandmother and your mother.
generational mothers?
Yeah, so it's like the total number of mother to child relationships is like at least six, seven, actually. That's a lot. Like,
Well,
it's
then it's aptly
yeah, for
named.
sure. Okay, the premise is pretty much like there's this girl and she's getting abused by her mother and her mother's boyfriend, right?
Wait,
And
what?
like it's about child abuse.
Okay.
So like
Wait, so she's being abused by both her
her
mom
mom
and
and her mom's boyfriend,
okay.
right? And so the teacher in the school, she notices this and she kidnaps the kid and they
What?
just run away.
Wait, do they not have child services?
They do. So like I guess this is all episode 1 stuff, so it's not like huge spoilers. But basically it's like the teacher calls the child services, but I don't know how Korean law is, but uh the child itself did not want to complain about her mom, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like the teachers notice all these scars on her body and whatnot, but like the child was like really positive in the sense that she's like, oh, I like my mom. My mom's like the nicest mother, and like she's not in that, she's in that denial phase.
No, but like you, that doesn't matter. Like
I
the
know.
teacher would notice that and call child services. That
Yeah,
what the
yeah. I'm
child
not
says
sure how
doesn't
the
matter.
Korean laws are or like how accurate this depiction of Korean child laws are. But
Mm-hmm.
if it is, then it's like terrible because like the kid kept getting abused after the parents found out, and it's like it's really sad. And the kid was like, she's like malnutrition and stuff like that, and the mom like
Yo.
really doesn't give a shit. Like it's a bit heavy at the beginning, definitely for sure. Like only it's like
Mm-hmm.
mostly like episode 1, but afterwards it's about how the I don't want to spoil too much because like even the teacher, who's our main character, her name's Sujin, who kidnaps the girl and runs away with the kid. It's like she also has a lot of complex relationship with her mother slash mothers. I don't
What?
want to spoil it too much. It's not too
Okay.
much of a spoiler, but it's just that the mom is adopted. Sorry, not the mom. The teacher is adopted, right? So she has her
Mhm.
biological mom. Well, no, we don't really know the biological mom, but like her real mom and blah blah blah. It's like it's all about mothers and mothers' relationships, and it sounds very like boring. It sounds a lot like super boring, but it's actually really high production stuff.
Damn.
Like the OST
Right.
is really good. The OST is like amazing.
Oh, who's in it?
Okay, do you know Lee Bo Young?
No, actually, I don't.
So she was in this
Let me Google this. So mother,
she's actually in
K-drama.
like some really good dramas that you should check out. It's like she was in Pinocchio, no, not in Pinocchio, sorry. She was in this one called I Can Hear Your Voice. That one's really good.
Oh, I've heard of that one. I can hear your voice. Which I'm gonna have to watch. Is it good?
It is. It's like you have your romance whatnot, and then there's like a mystery and like some past stuff, and it's like it's quite entertaining.
Oh, that's the one with what's
Lee
his
Jong Suk,
name?
Lee
Yeah,
Jong Suk, yeah,
yeah.
that's him. Yeah, so she was in I Can Hear Your Voice. That's the biggest one that I remember of hers, and like I can only recommend. She was also in God's Gift. God's
Mhm.
Gift is like where her daughter gets kidnapped. It's like a different perspective. I would say God's Gift is really good, but skip the last 30 seconds
Right.
of
We
the
talked
last
about that.
episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, just skip the last 30 seconds of the last episode. And then it's like really good. So, yes, Mother is so the kid is really good at acting. Like the kid is really good at acting and like everyone in the show is like really good at acting. There's also the idea that like some of the scenes are really well shot because they bring like a lot of comparisons or I would say metaphors related to like birds and freedom from like child abuse kind of themes, which can get
Mhm. Yeah, it doesn't
a
sound
bit
like something
heavy.
I
I
would
wouldn't say
watch.
bit,
Yeah.
not bit. I would say it's quite heavy, but it's like the quality itself and like it's like setting like a new standard for like quality in my opinion.
Okay.
Cause like it's not like your terrible directed ones. Some of the shots I think are like movie shots,
Mhm.
and like even the acting is like pretty solid. And even the background music, especially the background music, it's like movie quality background music.
Damn. All
It's
right,
like
that sounds cool.
it's not like a singer singing. I can't. Maybe there's
Right.
like a
Yeah, you
proper
mean like a
singer.
soundtrack? Yeah.
Yeah, the soundtrack is like pretty high quality.
I
Like
see.
all that stuff just makes it like you can just like there's no parts in the show where you get bored. And like every
Mhm.
episode has like a small twist or like a cliffhanger and it's like pretty pretty interesting for sure. And it's also like there's also a bit of the chase stuff going on with the cops and like it's mostly even though there's like a lot of other stuff going on, it's all about a mother's relationship. I know it sounds very like forced in some ways, like it sounds like feminism forced, but it's not. It's like supernatural and it's like really well naturally the plot itself flows naturally. And like yeah, the Japanese one was like really big. I remember hearing
Mhm.
about it back in the day. I can't watch it. Like
How
I
old
tried
is it?
watching it. It's like 2010. So
Oh
it's like
well.
I tried watching it again like recently, but like sorry, I didn't watch it before, but I tried watching it recently. It's just that the quality is like I can't find good quality and it's like I don't think that stands for the test of times in terms of like the direction and stuff. Maybe the plot is pretty similar. So why would you recommend people watch Waikiki?
Cause it's funny. It's
Uh,
basically like a sitcom. Like it's just a really lighthearted drama, but there's also like it's cute. Like it's cute and funny. Like it meets all my like I actually really like this drama because it meets all my like standard for like cutesy, funny, rom-com-ish. Like that's my thing. That's my jam, you know.
nice.
So this drama like totally fits me. So it's like you should watch this if you
For
want
sure.
like
Yeah, I
funny.
should watch it because I'm watching Mother. and Mother's quite
Yeah.
heavy. It can and like I'm glad I'm not watching Mother like all episodes at once, and I'm
Mhm.
only watching 2 episodes per week because it's a pretty heavy drama, and that's not to scare anyone who doesn't like heavy dramas because the plot and the characters are like really, really entertaining and really well written. So
Right.
for the quality itself, I would definitely recommend this. And like I said, the music, the acting, the plot are like really good. Um, I can't think of a single thing that I want to complain to this drama for.
Mhm.
Maybe a few character decisions are a bit unrealistic, but I can give that a pass. And like also like I guess forced annoying characters. Like this show didn't require forced annoying characters, but it had them just because. And like one of the characters' backstory is like really, really unrealistic. Like it's like they want you to hate this person. You already hate him for what the person's doing, but they added this extra shit in the background so that you hate him further, but the extra stuff just made it super unrealistic. And
Right.
you're like, why is this guy not in jail? But it's like it was unnecessary. You already hate him a lot. So like some of the unnecessary stuff could be prevented, but apart from those tiny details, this is a must-watch K-drama for sure.
All right. Yeah, that sounds good. I don't know if I'll watch it because like my style is more like what Waikiki is, like just funny and cute. Like that's my main things that I look for in a drama, but this definitely sounds like something if I want to get serious, then
Well, I mean, I
sounds
don't think
like
anyone wants to get serious, but if anyone wants to watch like
well,
a
some
good,
people like to watch like good things that make them like think about stuff.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Um,
so
yeah,
you'd
definitely. I
recommend
would
that.
say I should definitely start watching Waikiki because I need something lighthearted in my week
Right.
compared to this.
Yo,
Well, I am
Waikiki is the
also
lightest you
watching.
can get. Like it's definitely the lightest drama I've seen so far.
Like I'm watching Hwayugi as well.
Okay.
Transitioning over to Hwayugi, which is also known as the Korean Odyssey. And
Yeah, I'm really interested in this, but I have not started, so I want to hear all about it.
yeah, so like this is my getting a bit lighthearted drama
Mhm.
since I'm
Is it
watching
light or
Mother.
is it like kind of half and half? What would you okay, no, what would you say it's like the closest relative to?
It's like your mainstream Korean drama. So
Okay, yeah, I
like
like that.
naming other Korean mainstream dramas are like Goblin, My Love from Another Star, Secret Garden. Like I see these are like super mainstream, Descendants of
Mhm.
the Sun. So it's like big known like really well-known writers. So the
Yeah.
Hong sisters
Right, right,
are
right.
writing this, who have who are consistently known for their rom-coms like Master Son, Greatest Love, Big was weird, My Girl. These are
Which
like
one?
old ones. Okay, they did Master Son.
I don't know. Which one did you say bake?
Big. Big is really
What's
weird.
that?
It's weird. So the premise of Big is this kid who's like a high school kid ends up in the body of this 20 something year old or like 30 something year old guy, right? And he falls in love with his teacher. But
What?
it's it's really weird because he's in the body of a like old guy. So it's like a lot of ethical conflicts in my head. I'm like,
Oh
is
my
this even
god.
allowed? This is weird. And like that ethical conflict like stops you from like liking the characters as much because like the premise itself is like it's not legal in my head.
Right.
Like from the outsider's perspective it's like legal, but like I'm like it's the teacher, come on. Okay, anyway, so like it's from the Hong sisters who've done My Girlfriend is a Gumiho, uh,
Oh man, that's like
You're Beautiful, Master's Son. So like they
yeah.
really know the fantasy genre because they do
Right,
a lot of
exactly.
fantasies. And like
Exactly.
even this one is like very it's based on the Journey to the West. I believe it's a Chinese novel.
Mhm.
And they have a lot of so in the Chinese novel there's like a pig, there's like different animals or like people based on animals, I believe, and like there's also characters in the show. The main character is like supposed to be like the monkey character from Journey to the West book, and it's like it draws a lot of comparisons between the novel and this drama.
Right?
But it also has the ghost aspects, the Korean gods aspect,
Oh,
So
that's
similar
cool.
to, I guess, um, the Korean gods aspect, I guess we've seen it in,
Arang.
yes, we've seen it in that one. Yes, and then and also Goblin, the ghosts,
I
we've
still
seen
haven't
it in
seen
like
Goblin
Master
though.
Sun. Yeah, it's a bit like Master Sun in the sense that the girl can see ghosts.
Oh, okay.
So the main protagonist can see ghosts, and again, it's like scary ghosts,
Would you
funny
say
ghosts.
so? Would you say this is more like a horror genre, or is it?
It's similar to Master Sun, like
So
in
why
terms of
wasn't
like,
this like a summer drama then?
that's
Why
a
is
good
it a
question.
winter
I
drama?
have no idea. I have no idea. Well, to be honest, they wear like each character wears like a different, really expensive wool coat every scene. So I feel like this whole drama is an advertisement for clothes.
I mean, every K drama ever
That's true.
has
Like,
like so
I
much
mean,
product
no, but
placement.
it's like really good coats, and every scene it's like in the drama there's like a day, and the guy changes like four different coats,
Oh
and
my
each
god,
one's probably like at least 500 to like $1,000.
Jesus.
I mean,
Well,
I'm
I mean, they
going like,
probably rented, right, for the show.
I mean for sure, like Burberry is like sponsoring so much from what I can see.
Who is?
Burberry,
I don't know who that is.
Burberry, Burberry.
No idea.
Okay, it's like an upscale fashion brand.
Oh, okay.
So it's like I only see it. So like I remember watching Goblin, and like after one point I was really disappointed by the drama, but I kept watching for a bit because of the clothes. I only made it to like how far I made it Goblin because of the clothes. But this one, I would say I like it much better than Goblin, because the problem I had with Goblin was again the age difference. The,
Right.
the main girl is like the main girl is high school student, and then the main guy is like he looks 30s, but he's like ancient.
No,
So
no, but like the real actor is also like well over 30. Like he was 30 in Coffee Prince, right?
oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
exactly. And
Coffee
then
Prince is like 10 years ago, so he's like 40 now.
is he? One second. Let me look it up. So he's like 38.
Yeah,
That
so he's
makes sense.
almost 40.
Yes.
It's
So it's
ridiculous.
like I don't mind if they're both adults and like one of them
Right?
lived like 200 years or something, but like the problem I had with Goblin was that she was underage.
Oh god.
Even though the actress was like over 20, so it made no sense in my head. So, but this one, it's also like very similar in the sense that she can see ghosts. So that's
Mhm.
similar to what we see in Master Sun.
Right.
And then the main protagonist is like a god, kind of like what it is in Goblin.
Okay.
Like in Goblin, I believe he was like a reaper or something, but it's like a fantasy. He's not a human. He's like a fantasy
Right, yeah.
creature, whatever. And then there's a lot of different fantasy creatures, but then it's like Master Sun where there's like a ghost and a situation, and then the main hero comes and he like protects her and stuff. Super super cliche,
Right. It
but
sounds
it's
like
like a
something I would
mainstream.
definitely love though.
Oh yeah, and there's quite a lot of comedy.
Okay.
Um, there's good comedy, good clothes. So the main actors for this drama are Lee Seung-gi, and he was in
Yeah, I know. He was
he's
in
in so many.
My Girlfriend's a Kumiho.
Yeah, he was in My Girlfriend's a Gumiho, and then I don't remember he was also in like King Two Hearts. I can't remember like what he was before this. Let me check.
Hold on. One thing I really wanna talk about is that Bora is in this drama. How often, like, how big of a role does she have?
Okay, I have a bit to talk about Boris' character, but like just quickly, I think the last good drama Lee Seung-gi had was like probably My Girlfriend is a Gumiho. It's so
Well, he
sad.
was really good in that drama though.
So like everything else after that, it's like I didn't like any. Like King Two Hearts was okay. Cool Family Book is super terrible, I think. You're All Surrounded, it's like the Korean version of Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Which one?
You're All Surrounded.
Oh, okay.
It's like they said it's like a remake of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but I don't see it.
Okay.
I have no idea. That's it. And then I think this has been his good drama in a long time. There's Cha Seung-won.
Oh, but wait, hold on. You're all surrounded. Go Ara is in it.
She is. Like I think the actors do a good job, but the plot never goes anywhere.
But I still really want to see another drama with Goara because I've only seen Reply 1994,
Yeah. Yep. I
but
guess you can
she
watch it.
was really great.
The problem I have with the Reply series is that they always cast the main characters who are like their personalities are very similar to the original personalities.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like the main actress from A Pink in Reply 1997, she never came back. Like her acting in like other dramas was not that good at all because like in real life she's very similar to her character.
Okay.
And and then same thing with like Reply 1988. We've never seen the girl from Girls' Day
Yeah.
in any other
What's her
drama.
name?
Like
Mina?
we've seen her in like other dramas, but like she wasn't as good in the other dramas because again her personality is very similar to the character. And I think even Goara kind of falls into the same category because like I can't remember of any other dramas which were like the same level as Reply 1993. So
I
it's just
see.
that it feels like convenient casting, but like I guess you're all surrounded. It's like pretty okay. Like
All right. All
I didn't
right.
hate it. Um
Anyway, let's go back to talking about Korean Odyssey.
oh yeah, so like in Korean Odyssey there's also Cha Seung-won who was in he was in You're All Surrounded. Then he was in
He
um
was in The Greatest
Greatest Love.
Love.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
like
he's what was his name in Greatest Love? He was Doko Jin, right?
yeah. So like
Oh man, I love that. Like he was always like, "No, Doko Jin."
so like to be honest, his character in like this drama is very similar to Dokojin.
Okay. I
So
mean, he was
he's
kind
like
of like a
goofy.
douche, but
Well, not a little bit. I can see that, but it feels like the same character to me.
yeah, okay, okay.
It's also by the same writer, so I feel like the writers just picked their favorite actors from different dramas and just put
Mhm.
them in here. There's Oh Yoon So. I haven't seen her in like significant roles
I don't
in
know
the
who that
past.
is.
I saw him in like saw her in like some dramas and she was like not bad, but I think this is her like biggest mainstream Korean drama.
Mhm.
So and Hwayugi also has like a couple of idol actors. Lee Hong Ki, his acting is not bad because usually
I don't know who that is.
he's from this band called FT Island. I think he was in like some other Korean dramas.
Mm.
Like I remember seeing in him Bride of the Century. No, he was yeah, he's done like little bit stuff like here and there, like side characters. Oh, hold on. Yeah, Bride of the Century was like super makjang. Anyway, so yeah, he's done like some stuff, so like his acting is pretty stable. Borat is like I
Okay,
can't say
Borat.
if
Like
the I can't say if her acting is cringe or if the character is cringe.
no, no, okay, let me okay, Bora is actually like super cringe IRL. Like I've seen her on talk shows and whatnot.
Okay.
She's super cringe.
I mean,
Like
I guess she's like forcing the aegyo stuff, I believe.
she is so forcing it. Like okay, let me just say she's like super hot, like hands down. She's hot. But she's also so cringe.
Right. So like
Uh
I would say she's playing herself in some
okay.
ways. So like I feel like for the idol actors it's like easier to cast them in like roles where like they're playing themselves.
Mhm.
So in this one she's like mostly playing herself and there's some situations where like she's not playing herself because I guess the ghost enters her body. But
Mhm.
there's a lot of those kind of scenarios where that happens and like I can't tell like if her acting is bad or like if the character is
No,
terrible.
I'm pretty sure her acting is bad.
Okay, it's a bit debatable. I can give her
I
the
mean,
benefit of
she's
doubt.
kind of popular because she's like so hot, right? So
That's true, but like there are a lot of actors who are better than her. Like in
mhm.
terms of I guess, well I guess looks is
I don't know, cause she's like
subjective, but
really beautiful.
I mean, have you seen everyone else in this drama? There's a guy
Well,
who dresses up as a girl, and I think he's much more pretty.
wait, what?
Well, there's a guy who dresses up as a girl in the drama,
Is it
and
Sung Hyuk? Oh my God, it is Sung
so
Hyuk.
he's playing two different characters, right?
Okay.
So in the morning, he's like a ghost enter his body, like a soul or spirit enter his body and he's like a guy, and there's a female ghost or spirit that enters his body as night at night and he dresses up as a female.
Oh my god.
It's funny. Like there's a lot of funny stuff going on. There's also this guy from Secret Garden, Kim
Oh,
Sung-ho,
which
the
one?
manager.
The manager? Oh, right, him, the guy who fell in love with what was her name? The Yun Ah?
What? Who's
He's the
Yuna?
guy
Oh, Yoon in
yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yun Ah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that guy, the manager guy.
He was I mean the girl from Queen and Hyuk's man.
Yeah, he's pretty much playing the same character again.
Okay. He was
So,
kind of ridiculous in what was it, Secret Garden?
yes.
Yeah, he was kind of he wasn't my favorite. He was kind of cringy.
Okay. Um, he's kind of playing the same character where it's like uh a character does something and he's like supposed to be like a normal person and like all these weird fantasy creatures and he's like reacting to the stuff that's going on.
Mhm.
It's definitely interesting. So basically the premise is there's Lee Seung-gi and Cha Seung-won's characters who are like in a conflict because they both are like gods or these mystical beings, right?
Mhm.
And then it comes down to the number of ghosts you capture or the number of the ghosts you kill or something like that, right? Um, so I think Lee Seung-gi is already like a god, and like Cha Seung-won is trying to become a god, and he needs to. Um, so his human role is that he's a CEO of a K-pop company, right? And so there's a lot of like celebrities under him, and he's also like
Do
the
we
judge
see any
on.
cameos?
I can't remember any, but
Okay.
um, well, I mean, Cha Seung-won is also a judge of a talent show, like on a TV talent show. So he has that K-pop thing going on. Lee Seung-gi is just like this random spirit who's like doing stuff, and then Oh Yoon-soo is like she's been seeing ghosts since she was a kid, kind of thing,
Mhm.
right? And it's like Cha Seung-won wants to control Seung-gi from doing like crazy stuff, and what he does is he creates like this bond. It's like a mystical element, a bracelet that he puts on Seung-gi's arm where if he does anything um so he needs to pretty much protect Oh Yoon-soo or something like that. So like it's like forced romance.
Oh,
But I guess the idea is that he eventually falls in love with her or something like that.
let me see. It sounds pretty good. So, do you think I should watch it?
Yeah, like the biggest things is that if you like mainstream Korean dramas, you should definitely
Right.
watch this. Like if you like the mystical aspects, like the fantasy
I'm
elements in like
definitely gonna watch
dramas
this
like
then.
Goblin, Master Sun, that's definitely one seller point. The second one is like any mainstream Korean dramas, there's the OSTs, there's the
Oh,
clothes.
I don't know if I've heard any OST from this. I may have
There
heard something.
is there is
Who's on the OST?
let me look it up.
Korean Odyssey OST.
There's
Because
actually
I
an
know there
English
are
OST.
some good
There is like an English OST by by Bumkey. It's called When I Saw You.
New West is doing an OST for that.
Yeah, but I
Bumkey.
think the
Oh,
most
Suran, that's what I know. And also AOA, Jimin and Yuna,
right, but I think the
they're on the
most
OST.
played OST is by Bumkey.
Okay.
But
Yeah, I
Bumkey's
like him. He's
he's a
pretty cool.
really popular
He
he does
is.
a lot of OSTs.
He does. But for me, I know because of Suran, because I know I have one of her songs from this
Right.
OST. So
So there's the When I Saw You. So it's like, you know, the mainstream Korean drama has their when there's the emotional moment or like some kind of
right,
epic moment going on in drama, then they play this OST that like stands out.
yeah,
So it's like I guess You Are My Destiny would be in this one. It's called When I Saw You.
okay,
So it's like it has all the mainstream stuff going on, which is
that's
definitely
awesome.
you, you love that.
I
And
do.
what else?
Brad approves.
The story is like it can get a bit repetitive because like they deal with one ghost and then kind of like Master Son, and then they
Mm-hmm.
go move on to the next ghost and something like that.
Is
And
it
there's like
episodic? Because that was
um
one thing I really loved about Master Sun because it was like episodic where every episode they were dealing with a different
yeah,
scenario.
I would say in that sense, like one or two episodes is dedicated to one ghost. Then they deal with
Mm-hmm.
that gets solved, and based on whatever conclusion that subplot ends in, that creates like another element in the main character's relationship.
I see.
So it's like the main character's relationship also develops and like progresses in the background throughout the story, but there's also like these tiny subplots that's going on. And there's also I only I believe I only watched till episode like I'm not caught up. I'm like at least 2 episodes behind. But they also have a bad guy that they're setting up in the background,
Okay.
who we haven't seen yet because so far the bad guys have been the ghosts.
I see.
So they've been like harder ghosts to deal with or like
There's always in mainstream dramas there's always like
big
a
bad
bad guy
guy.
that doesn't really act in the beginning until like later.
Yeah, exactly. So
Okay.
in You're My Destiny, that was that crazy guy. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, he was
Uh,
the psychopath.
oh yeah. So something like that is going on in the
Okay.
background. Like we can see that character being set up. So it's like definitely anything you would expect from a big K-drama with like big writers, big actors.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. I wouldn't say so far it hasn't been boring. It wasn't boring, but it's like it's super mainstream for sure. So in the sense that if you're looking for like a main K-drama like Goblin or Master Sun, this is definitely something that you should watch.
All right, this is definitely gonna go on my list as the next K drama that I'm gonna watch.
Yep.
Okay, so now,
Okay. I'm gonna say it. So to wrap up, the three drama that we are watching currently, Waikiki is super lighthearted. Mother
yeah,
is
it's
on the
really funny.
heavier side. Mother's on the heavier side, and Hwayugi is like somewhere in between. Because it
Yeah,
has
so
it's not as light as Waikiki, but I believe it's more like a standard K-drama, a
yeah,
standard mainstream
so our
K-drama.
recommendation is
Watch all of
watch
them.
all of them.
Well, if you want mainstream, go for Hwayugi. If you want quality, go for Mother. And
If
Waikiki
you
is like
want
third.
sitcom level,
Like
go
I don't
for
watch
Waikiki.
Waikiki, but it's like third, depending on what you want.
I don't know. For me, Waikiki is really enjoyable just because it's so light and so funny. So if you want like just just chill, sit back, laugh. There's a lot of poop jokes, so
That's definitely a selling point.
it is, of course.
Okay. If you wanna remember your mother, watch Mother, because there's a lot of mothers. There's
Oh
way
my
too
god.
many mothers. There's a lot of moms. Um,
Oh, maybe that's something you should watch for like in preparation of Mother's Day.
oh, interesting.
That's coming up soon, isn't it?
But what do you get out of watching a mother drama for Mother's Day?
You
Well, you
learn
can
to
watch it
appreciate
with
your
your mom.
mom.
To be one, for one thing, you
You
can watch it with your
yes.
mom.
Yes,
I
watch it
think
with your
it would
mom
be,
on Mother's Day.
oh yeah, I think for one thing, it's like your mother can relate to some characters. You can relate to some characters. Maybe not the little kid. I can relate to the little, well, actually, no, I can't. Except that I'm a little kid, but I didn't get abused. So, oh, I shouldn't be laughing at this. Sorry. Anyway, so like I think it's definitely a good drama to watch with your mom and spend like some good quality time.
Okay.
Except it's sad.
Okay.
It's deep though. You can like your mom will definitely appreciate this.
I see. All right. All right.
Yeah.
I guess we'll know what
Definitely don't
like.
watch it with your kid.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Anyways, thanks
So,
for watching. Our
or
next
listening more like this is
oh
a
shit.
podcast.
Oh yeah. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Please please like, comment, subscribe. Please do
No,
not
no.
like. Do not hit that subscribe
Please,
button.
yes, please don't subscribe. Please don't even watch this.
Don't even listen to anything. Why are you watching this? Anyways,
Yes, just tune out right now. Just go.
bye.
Bye. So this has been Brad
And Alice.
Alice.